Hey everybody, Big D coming to you live from the Southern.
Hold on.
We're not live. Are we good?
We're good.
Hey everybody, Big D coming to you live from the Southern Detailers Conference in Lexington, Kentucky. Today has been absolutely amazing, but I wanted to have some fun this afternoon. And I want to interview two of my favorite people in this industry. So we're going to put them on the spot because they always do this. And I thought it'd be kind of fun. Let's learn about Rod and Jody, okay? So I'm coming to you live from RoadFS Detail Memoirs. These two guys are, there's too many things you can say, but it's just phenomenal and amazing for what they do for our industry. The word respect is in big capital letters, and I just want to make sure that they know that. And I'm very honored to call them my family and my friends, but I'm going to ask them some questions. So we're going to get a little serious. We're going to have some fun.
Woo!
Here we go. We're going to find out what color underwear Jody's got on. So, yeah.
White.
I'm going to answer mine right now. I generally don't wear underwear, so that's
And we just went to PG-13.
Commando,
guys.
baby. Commando.
I love you both, and I love what you do, but I have questions.
okay.
So why software?
All right, that's an easy one.
I
for me.
ask myself that every day.
That's an easier for me. I started out on the automotive industry. I was a mechanic. I was an ASE certified mechanic. I restored cars from the second day I was out of high school. My wife worked for the State Department of Education. She came home one day and she said, "I just found out I can send you to college for $5 a credit. You're going to college." So, and like any good husband, I said, "Okay." So I went to college. I went in and I did a bunch of different stuff. I went into general business. I was a physics major for a while, and I ended up being in the honors program. And the guy there just gave me a computer and said, "See what you can do." And within about 6 months, I was programming and I was networking,
Just geeking out.
and I went to work at a big tech firm called Micron Technology. They built semiconductors, and I was building web pages and programming for them for 7.5 years. I had a global team that I managed, and I got really burnt out on that, and I stepped out and started a home inspection company when the big upturn in housing went on in the early 2000s. When the market started to crash, I saw it happening, and I sold my business off, and I went to work at a company building mobile software where I met, well, I'd known Jody for years before that, but Jody was already working there. So that's how I got involved in it.
Uber
And-
Drinks.
and,
Uber Drinks is here.
Uber Drinks is delivering.
Goober.
Thanks,
Goober.
So I started working at that company, and they had a similar product to what we do at the RoadFS, and it's just a natural place for me just to migrate back to automotive.
Okay.
And when we started this company 12 years ago, we made from day one, said we're going
12 years.
12
I don't even
years.
think I knew that.
years.
12 years.
Yep, we are 12 years. This is our
September
12th.
September
with this for
16,
12
2009.
Yep.
Actually, he actually put up with me for 5 before that at that software company. So
Yep.
we've worked together for almost
Really
20
long
years.
time. Yeah.
So had you started Zenware before, or had Jody started it? You just
No,
did it
we
together?
started it together. We left another firm. We have 2 other partners. They're both techno nerds. They write code all day. And the 4 of us decided that we wanted to step out. We could do it better than the company we were working for. We stepped out and we started our own thing in 2009, right in the middle of the crappiest economy ever. And we started it. We had an automotive customer that waited exactly 1 year to the day because of a non-compete. And on that day, called me on my back patio and said, "Okay, let's go." So we've had customers that we've known for 14, 15 years that have been with us that literally waited a year to use technology until we came on as our own company.
I did not know that. I'm fascinated by that.
Yeah.
So how did you join in with this with Rob?
Well, I actually started out in broadcasting. I was a disc jockey for 10 years.
That's where we
Good
get
to
this.
say.
Jody coming
That's
to you
right.
live.
In San Francisco. I was in San Francisco
Seriously?
for 10 years and went through in 1 year the radio station that I worked at got bought out and traded 3 times. I was literally in the same studio with 3 different companies. And so I decided to leave broadcasting, and I went down to Arizona to go to flight school, and that was a very poor decision. I loved flying, but Tucson was really depressed. And so my wife's like, I'm moving. You can come with me or not.
Plus, they don't have
She
boosters
hated
in there.
Arizona. I mean, she
Not a
hated
booster
Arizona.
seat for Jody, not a booster seat.
But his brother-in-law, who is my best friend, they're like, come up to Boise. So I went up to Boise, never even been there, and went to school. And one thing led to another. Got into technology by accident, and we ended up at the same company.
And I actually
then we
met
left.
Jody about 30 years ago, so I've known him forever.
Working the corner,
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Strutting stuff.
I got to
to
make my money somehow.
cardboard sign, will work for food. Yes. So Jody, what is your background other than just like the broadcasting part? Is that all you've ever done?
So well, actually, my degree is in Spanish with an emphasis in international
So
business.
say hello to all of our Spanish speaking.
Are y'all seeing my
Hola, ¿cómo
face right
están? Bienvenidos.
This is why I wanted to introduce these two.
So
I
yeah,
wanted to interview them
so
because I don't know this, and
Yeah.
I bet none of you know this either.
yeah, so I have a
Jody-
degree in Spanish. I'm very passionate about languages. I kind of have a knack for them, and I should have went in and been a translator for the military. They actually
Right.
wanted me to, but they wouldn't let me fly, so I said no way. But yeah, so we went to Boise, and I actually started going down my degree. Went back to the Bay Area, worked at a Spanish radio station for a year, and we ended up going back to Boise and
I'm shocked.
working for another software company.
There's no way I would have ever guessed that. No way whatsoever, because
Jo-
you don't ever talk about that.
He also speaks Haitian Creole as well.
So yeah, so when we adopted our kids, it was a 3-year process, and so I taught myself Haitian Creole in preparation to have our kids come home.
You know, you might have just took a step over Rod in my book.
But I speak redneck.
Well, you're in Kentucky. You're good.
I
You're
speak
fine.
redneck, so I'm all good.
I can speak redneck too.
So I know a little bit about both of you. I know you've been on Air Force One. I know you've been with the Mafia and all that. What's it like going to Air Force One with the elite of the elite?
So,
Dude.
you know, it's a humbling experience, and I don't care
Very
if there's
humbling.
anybody in the room. The experience you had this morning walking through here by yourself, when you step into the hangar and there are 17 priceless American artifacts, it is a different game. And just to get invited to it is a big deal. And when we went, we got invited. We're the weirdest group that's ever gone because we were sponsors, but I'm also IDA certified. So when we went in there,
See you in a minute.
we actually told Rennie when we showed up, we said we don't want to be like the sponsors to sit on the sideline. We want to work. And so
I've seen the video. I've seen the
yeah,
picture.
he just assigned us to a team, and literally on Monday we started working. On Wednesday, my team leader came up and apologized to me, and I go, "What are you apologizing for?" He goes, "I just thought you were a detailer. I didn't know you were a sponsor." And I said, "Thank you, because that's what we wanted." So we work hard, we play hard. I don't have to see Jody's videos, but the guy, man, he boats like
It's
a
like
18-year-old.
Richard Simmons over here, just constantly exercising.
Except I don't have that little skimpy shorts.
Well, we think he does. He just doesn't wear them. So.
That's true.
So I'm a Zenware RoadFS user. My company does it.
And we appreciate that very much.
They're paying me.
We really appreciate it.
I joke. Tell me what's going to set Zenware apart the next 5 years from other software.
Oh, that's a really good question. You know, we have really put a huge emphasis on hearing what our customers want. I mean, that's the majority of the feature sets in our software is driven by that. I think our biggest pride in our dedication to the market is we are dedicated to the market, right? We do detail memoirs, we do Air Force One when we're invited, and, you know, we're willing to listen and hear. And so, you know, as far as where the software itself is going, dude, 5 years in technology is a long time. A year is a long time, right? And so I can tell you right now, there are so many things on the roadmap that we're working on that we're super excited about. our tech team, they hate Rod and I because every time we come back from one of these events, we're like, oh, guess what?
List.
We have another
And
list.
Ben's
we have
over here,
another
by the way.
idea.
He's over here
We
behind
brought
us.
Ben in. We actually brought our lead developer, Curtis, with us last year to MTE. He had a blast. We wanted him to get really a feel for the industry because he's never been exposed to it. He's a nerd. We throw him in a closet. We feed him shit, and he's like a mushroom. Just keep him in the dark.
Just
But
sit there.
he loves it, and he loves improving software. It's a real passion for his. And so I see it going in a couple of directions. One is integrations with other things.
Yes, that's a big
what
one.
they call IoT devices or Internet of Things. So any devices that are mobile capable, we'll be integrating with those devices and making the technology easier to use different types of devices within your shop and within your business.
That's one of the biggest things Rod and I
John David Barry's waiting.
one of the big things that Rod and I have talked a lot about this year is like, number one, how do we have the greatest impact on our customers and the industry? We're always asked, what can we do to have an impact for you? And number two, how do we make our software simpler? Right? And that's the biggest challenge because a lot of times people have simple ideas, but to get something to work simple in technology takes a lot of lines of code in the back.
And a lot of it is just listening. Like, for instance, today in our training, I had a gentleman give me a suggestion on a thing that I absolutely 100% am going to do. It is an awesome idea. Most of the really good ideas come from people that are doing the work. So, as you know, we're coming to your shop tomorrow on Monday. We're going to spend some time with the team.
I'm taking off Monday. I won't be there.
We're going to be there.
Really?
Because we're going to be with your
So
team.
he's
We're
so
going to be
tired of us, he's going to take
what does
Monday
your
off.
team need to make the software better? And that's how we, one of the reasons we brought that we really love having Ben with us is because he can take care of the business while we're out actually listening to the customer. And I think that is what's key, is for us to be in the field and out there doing stuff. They're going to do an interview.
That's
with
okay.
Barry.
No,
We'll
keep
keep
going.
going.
They're actually getting ready to go center stage and Barry's doing this for you. So we're going to continue this. Because right now I look at social media and your phones, everybody, I remember growing up, I didn't have a cell phone. I had one of those little box phones, but everybody's attached to their phone. Everything goes through the phone.
Yes.
And that's one thing that, I'm looking forward to, and I know customers do too, is that text, here's your meeting, or here's what time your appointment is. My staff every morning, that's the first thing they do is they walk in the door, especially supervisors and managers. They open it up. RoadFS is what we have today. So what we do with that is when we set teams up for who's detailing what cars, they'll look over and say, hey, you've got a 2015 Ford F-150, you're on a 2020 Toyota Camry. And everything in RoadFS is broke down exactly what they're doing. It's broke down for exactly what we're charging. Our times, we do different our times because we do different things with our customers. But my whole thing with this is I really truly, I love what you are doing. I think that you have, there's a lot of software out there. We know that.
Oh, yeah.
There's some amazing software companies.
Absolutely.
But my whole thing is it's the loyalty and the love and respect that you all have for this. And it's respect. That's the biggest word that comes to mind is respect. That's the ultimate tribute. That's the honor that you can give is just respect. Okay? So now, my fun part. Because I want to know this. I'm pretty sure I know this one, but I want to know this one.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Jody, what do you love to do for fun?
Anything in, under, on
The water.
Diving,
I knew that was
surfing,
coming.
wake surfing, snow skiing, it doesn't matter. If it involves water in some kind of form, I'm there.
And we're going to start producing his workout videos too. Me and Rod are going to get like 20% insights. So what's yours?
Well, it's not going to be a big surprise. I am a car guy.
I knew it was
So I have two projects at home right now. I got a 57 Chevy that sits on a 78 Camaro frame. It's got a 75 Corvette engine in it, Puzey rear end. I'm building a matching trailer that's 2 inches off the ground, white wall tires. I do all the fabrication, paint, body work, engine, transmission, rear end. It's fuel injected, has air conditioning. Car number 2, I have 1955 Chevy Bel Air, narrowed 9-inch Ford rear end. LS engine in it, and Jody doesn't know this. I think he knows it, but he doesn't know. But I just finalized the negotiations, and I'm going to Seattle to pick up a 2001 Porsche Carrera.
You kind of hinted at that, but you didn't tell me. Yes.
1,500 miles on it.
You've been wanting that for a long time. That's awesome.
And I just sold my one of 47 ever produced Saab 9.
Now I'm bummed because you were supposed to give me first dibs on the Saab.
The problem is I have two passions: making money and cars, and I've made
he knows I'm cheap.
Money on my cars. I don't lose money on cars. So my passion is cars. The other one is my kids and my family. I have 3 daughters. I hang out with them, and we go up to a property we have up in the hills.
Same way, I always see the kids and whatever. So
about every other weekend at the very least, we go to our property up in the hills and play. Have a little apartment in the back of my second shop up there, and I just go play in the water on a boat. But I just don't take
barn dominium.
My barn dominium.
So my final question: what do you think about the SDC?
The what?
The Southern Detailers Conference.
The Southern Detailers Conference
It's like the Ohio State University.
Yeah, that's why I emphasized, because I knew you're the Ohio State fan, right? I mean,
So,
you're huge.
be honest. I know you all love and you care about it. So tell me what you think today.
Honest, hands down, this is the best event dedicated to automotive recon. I didn't say detailers. Recon, PDR, hands down, this has been the best event that I've been to. And I mean that with all sincerity. I mean, it is, if you are not here this year, you need to buy your tickets. Get your Airbnb. Save every penny. You need to be here. It is to be, you walk in here and you had a DJ and pump and energy for the people coming in, but you walk in and yes, you get the nice typical event, right?
So, yeah,
but then you got a car show, but more importantly, adjacent to us, you have, real classrooms, real touch. It's not somebody up there pontificating about how great they are, their product. It's really, all right, guys, let me get my hands on this and let me help you. That's phenomenal. And it's been good. Rod and Ben did training, but to hear them come back and go, oh, dude, we got great feedback based on the questions we heard, that helps us be better. And that's our goal.
So my impression of it is, I don't know of anybody else who could have pulled it off. To have it be something that you put your heart and soul into.
Don't make me cry. That's right now.
and to see it come to fruition. This facility is phenomenal, but more importantly, the people that are putting it on. Your team greeted us at the door. They knew who we were. The training rooms is nothing like you've ever seen before. Normally in the training, you're standing there and you are pontificating. You're talking to people from a stage. We were interacting with people. They were coming up and touching things. It was an intimate situation where they asked us, the feedback we got is they wanted more hands-on. Can we touch it? Absolutely, you can touch it. Come in there and do it. I got to do a demonstration on software with the car in the booth. I got to scan an actual VIN.
Instead
I got
of a
to have
paper
actual products. It was such a different experience that Ben and I talked about. We had a really hard time at the beginning. We're like, how do you do this? We're surrounded by people. We're not standing on a stage. It was fantastic. Yeah. And every single person that I've heard has been so impressed with the training facilities to be that hands-on. It's very intimate. It's 10 people to the most in a class, and that is perfect because every class is full. Yeah. There's people there, and the people walking around are asking questions. I have seen more people on the floor hanging around. It's phenomenal. To put it bluntly, we've already signed up for next year. We went a different level up on our sponsorship. We got four key sponsors at the bar the night before. That's how many it is. The people at the airport knew about it. The people in town knew about it. It is a great event. Kentucky's a great place to be. It's a party city.
Yeah, you know what? I will say that, right? Most events are in Orlando or Vegas, right? Sometimes Minneapolis. I've been to some there. But to come to a town that I think a lot of people don't know about. The vibe downtown last night was so fun. I mean, it was amazing.
It's nice because we got 3 times worse.
Oh, dude, it was
Because we're going out with all of them tonight downtown Lexington.
Yep.
I mean, it was great. I mean, the energy, there's great food here. I don't drink, but I know everybody's sipping the bourbon and stuff. And it was amazing. The vibe, the energy was great. So,
I want to thank you both. You're a platinum sponsor for this. You've also been the Wi-Fi sponsor for that. You're taking on a bigger sponsorship for next year, which I didn't even ask. I did not ask. They spoke up and said, we want it. So you're going to have, this will be your home for the rest of
we love it.
because it's literally right in front of the door. So what's going to happen is, if you were here and you could see Pro is the main sponsor as soon as you pull into the Diamond sponsor. So next year, all 4 of the Diamond sponsors will be in the front, and we're going to line them up that way. So what's going to happen is you guys are going to move about yards up. That's going to be your spot.
That'll be fun.
This
Well,
is
we're
yours.
looking
We're there.
You're doing.
We love it. It's been the most live we've done in a single day ever, and it's
You
been
have,
fantastic. And just the feedback online, the social media has been buzzing about this. People asking, "Are the tickets still available? Can I go?" I know the caterer's got to hate you because you called them 100 times up the number.
I can tell you, I got another bill a while ago, just for today, and it went up $18,000.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, somebody asked me earlier what it would cost to do this kind of thing, and I said, you're over the top.
There's a huge investment in this.
This is very much a huge undertaking, and I'm not trying to brag on myself. Please don't take it that way. They asked me today, are you going to be out in the back? Are you going to be out? I said, no, I want to be out in the limelight. I want to be going around to every booth. Do you need anything? Are you happy? What can we do for you? It's not my event. I'm just the producer of it. 1 of 4. This is our industry. This is for the industry. It's for detailers. Tonight's going to be fun. The recognition I've got, it's been great. But I don't care. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. This is for us. And watching people walk around here. Chris Reiner just walked through here. Just now, walked through here. From Arizona, I think Chris from Arizona.
Yeah.
Just walked through. I haven't seen him since he got here. But
Well, and there's somebody here from Puerto Rico.
there's 7 of them here from Puerto Rico.
I'm like,
And they flew a
oh,
car
yeah.
in, too. They flew a car in, which is awesome.
Yeah, we've seen so many people. We actually, and Dee, I want to tell the story on this. We actually had a gal last night who was we were introduced to her. Jennifer Turcott said, you got to meet Owen and Amanda.
Amanda.
And they literally said the reason they're at the Southern Detailers Conference is because of the podcast that we did together.
See, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, and that shows you the power of what we're doing, and that's one of the reasons we wanted to do it. I don't know how many hundred of these we've got out there so far, but we've been doing this thing for a couple of years now, and the people that come up to us, I'm always amazed by it. I'm totally humbled when somebody comes and goes, "Oh, I watch your podcast. I love your podcast. I see it every single week." And I'm like, that is, for somebody to tune in and actually watch my dumbass speak, that
Even better. 30-some thousand each watch the 3 dumbasses of us.
I know.
That's
Last
right,
year's
man.
thing is 30,000.
30,000 people watched us. And we didn't do anything.
We just
talking,
were
and we were literally talking about people walking around, what's going on. I think we might have even mentioned that, hey, the SDC is, is in the process of being developed. 30,000 people watched the 3 of us.
And it was epic. It was. And it was really humbling. What do you mean? There's no ball here, man. They're just flowing locks.
Well, I love you both. Thank you for everything. My mother always told me, there's nothing more than thank you. There's nothing more you can say. It's just
there's one thing more than thank you.
What's that?
I love you.
I love you. I love you. I love you both.
No,
but this has been an honor being the guest host of Detail Memoirs for RoadFS and Zenware. Come see these guys. They're phenomenal. I caught them last week. I didn't have an issue because if I go turn it on, I guarantee I'm going to delete something or do something wrong. But they fixed it. They worked with Sarah, my office manager. But I love you both. Thank you so much. I can't wait till tonight. Are you guys going live tonight?
Absolutely.
Before you leave, we want you to pull a name out. Yeah. This is giving away the Flex PX80.
Oh, we're going to do the Flex PX80.
Woo,
baby.
So
all right.
Pull a name out of there live and
everybody.
I'm not even going to look because I can't see.
All right, you pick. All right. We want to give Chris a thank you for sending this over to
us.
Yeah,
really appreciate you doing this.
All right. So who is the winner?
I believe is that.
That is Jim
Gogan?
Gogan.
Are you freaking
Jim
kidding me?
Gogan. Are you kidding me? That is
our
fantastic.
Jim Gogan?
That is our
That is
Jim
our
Gogan.
Jim
That is our
Gogan.
Jim.
Thanks, Jim. Appreciate the
Unbelievable.
donation. Love you.
Yeah.
You didn't hear this. You didn't win. Big D's got. I'll have it in my shop for you.
That is right.
Guys, thank
I
you
got it
both.
in my shop.
Absolutely.
I thought this would be fun just because I wanted these two always ask questions, and I think people need to get to know who they are, what they do, and what they bring to this. So thank you for letting me be the guest host. I can't wait to see you tonight. Tonight's going to be amazing. We're doing the IDA Awards, and then we're doing the Southern Detailer Conference Awards. You guys are actually presenting tonight.
Yeah.
Yes, I
so,
understand that.
and
We're
where are
presenting.
we supposed to be?
You're going to go right down the main hallway and go down. There's signs each other.
Yeah, right
Yeah,
where we were
we're
last
actually going.
night.
We're going in a little backwards this time because of the way that we've had so many people sign up. So we've had to move the food into the other side of the banquet room. So we're going to go get food, go back into the main banquet room, or to the
That'll be
bar
fun.
room.
So, announcement, Jim Gogan. Jim Gogan, you are the winner of a Flex PX80. Come to the RoadFS booth, please.
Guys, thank you.
Thank you for being our guest host.
I loved it. Has
You're
anybody else ever done
awesome
this?
host.
No, we've never had a
No,
guest
we've
host.
never had anybody.
This better hit
interview us.
50,000 people. Better hit 50,000.
Go
Share,
hit, like,
share,
subscribe,
share,
share, and
share.
give us a review.
If you're not
It's
here,
awesome.
we miss you. And I don't know if Sydney heard me earlier, but Sydney, I'm very proud of you and what you've done. I know you put a lot of work into that show. We miss you, and Bob and Chris and Kyle and those guys out there. So I hope you have a great turnout. I don't know what time it is up there. What time is it?
And
hours
it's
behind.
1:30 there.
1:30, they're probably right in the heat of it.
Oh,
And
better
it
get
is
It's a
hot.
beautiful
Boise.
day. It's a beautiful
It's
day.
air
in Boise,
conditioning in
Idaho.
here. So, guys,
So
thank
awesome.
you.
Absolutely.
Hey, we'll take you guys in a bit. See ya.
Let me go